What it is, your boy DJ Lil Jetta. I'm rocking with Unplugged DMV.
Welcome to another episode of Unplugged DMV. I am Tania Danae, and today we have DJ Lil Jetta. How are you?
I'm good, can't
You
complain.
good?
Yeah.
Okay, tell us a little bit about yourself. Are you from Baltimore?
Yes, I'm from Baltimore.
Born and
Northeast.
raised?
Yeah, Northeast Baltimore.
Northeast Baltimore. Y'all heard it.
Yep.
You heard it here first.
Yep, Northeast.
I am as well.
Yep.
What age did you start DJing?
I started DJing at 15.
15.
Yeah, 15. I started at the clubs.
At the clubs?
Yep, Club 1. Yep, that was my
Really?
first club
At
I started.
15?
Yep.
So
Well,
there isn't an age on
it was like 15, 16, but yeah, I started at the clubs. around
Okay,
that time.
that's dope. So who inspired you? Let's talk about your backstory and how you.
I say, I ain't gonna lie, just being around my father inspired me because he just always been around it since I was born. So he always worked at the clubs. So you know what I mean. I would say he inspired me, and he always just put me on game with other OGs in the game. So you know what I mean. It was just I just always wanted to be a part of it. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's
So
what it is.
when you were younger, your father was DJing, and did you go with him to different events and?
What's
things
crazy?
like
I
that?
never been with him to the events where I was so young. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And he was always
Yeah.
in the clubs. You know what I mean? And when he was DJing, he did like house parties. You know what I mean? He
Okay,
never
okay,
really
back
did
in the
like
day.
back in the day, he never really
Yeah.
did like DJ in the club. That's why he said I'm following his dream. 'Cause you know what I mean? He always wanted to DJ in clubs, but he never got to. You know what I mean? But yeah, I ain't never really get a chance to go with him though. You know what I mean? Nothing like that.
Okay. Well, see, I know how, but he was a proud dad when he decided.
Yeah. He definitely was. He definitely was. You know what I mean? Because he saw me going into a bad route in life, so he pulled me to the side and was just like, look, this can change your life. You know what I mean? And I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna go with it. You know what I mean?
Right, and kind of redirected you, which is good.
Yeah. As a father should. Yeah.
So did you know, did you have a vision when you first started DJing as far as like, the type of scene that you wanted to be on, or did you think it would be as big, or you would be as big as you are now?
You know what's funny? I always thought ahead of myself. So I would say like, I always thought like, because like I said, when I first came in the game, it was like, I wanted to put Baltimore on the map. So it was like that's always just been my goal. So I would say like, definitely for sure.
Right. Yeah.
I'll say for sure.
So speaking of putting Baltimore on the map, what I saw, what were the years you won 2 awards, right?
Right. Yep.
Tell us about that.
2016 and 2017, I won back-to-back Baltimore DJ of the Year awards. And it's funny, around the time, that's why it's I like to go back to that sometimes, because around the time I wasn't even going to be DJing no more. So it was just wild that the night of, when I was really about to I was about to delete my website. I was about to delete my page. Yeah, it was just something I was just going through that I was just like, I ain't with it. But that night, I got a notification that I got nominated to be DJ of the Year with other DJs that I look up to. So it was just like, it was definitely motivation around that time.
Just when you thought you was about to.
Give up. Gov was just like, And it's funny because I don't ever really put notifications on my phone. So my phone dinged, and then like, it was like, you got a notification on IG. I was like, you know what I mean? I looked at it, and it was DJ Amazing, tagging me in that we got nominated to be DJ of the Year.
Right.
And then I won it again. So it was just like, it just been motivation since then.
Right. I know that was an amazing feeling.
Yeah, it definitely was. It definitely was. I almost cried on stage.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. You did what you had to do. So that's super dope. Congratulations to those, and I know you're still pushing. I want to get a little deeper into when you are feeling like that. Like you want to give up on that. What are some things that you do? That particular time, the award got you, out of your funk. But does that happen often?
I ain't gonna lie, it happens sometimes. Like I said, ever since then, I just made sure I kept my head above water. You know what I mean? Kept my faith. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, it happens sometimes. But other than that, I just try to make sure I just go out and listen to other DJs. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's what keeps me, going. Listen to the DJs that I looked up to and whatnot. And
yeah. So so listening to other DJs. Let's talk about the preparation of it all. So how do you prep and prepare for each event?
What's funny, I listen to music all through the day. that's how I prep myself. I just listen to music all through the day. I try to just make sure I listen to the music, because I play for the crowd. So, I try to make sure I listen to the music that I want to hear for through the day.
Right.
And so by the time the event come, I just, I say that's what I do. I just be listening to music all through the day. Just be trying to get myself mentally prepared for the event and whatnot. That's why I say that.
Do you have a preference as far as events? Like some DJs prefer to do just weddings. Some prefer the like club scene, and some just prefer like the events.
I really don't have a preference for it. I just love what I do. They can put me in a like a little hole in the wall, as long as it's going to turn out to be a great event. You know what I mean? And I'm still doing what I love to do. It's just I really don't have a preference for it at all. I just love doing what I do.
Okay.
I just love music.
That's interesting because literally a lot of DJs will say that they rather do weddings. Oh, yeah.
Rather do clubs, just clubs. But I like to do all of the above. Weddings, baby showers. I feel like weddings and babies, that's where I get my most business from anyway.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Everybody always having a baby.
Oh, yeah. That's where I feel like I get my most business from anyway. So, I really don't have a preference at all.
So, when you were starting out, I wanted to ask this. When you were younger starting out, did you ever go through that, like, dry moment where you realized, like, the crowd wasn't feeling you?
I definitely did.
You did?
Yeah,
so, how was that experience? I want to know about that.
It's funny because, like I said, I started at the club, so I started at the bottom of Club 1. Club 1 had 3 floors. I think it had 3
I feel
floors.
like I remember.
Yeah, it got tore down, but I started at the bottom. So I started when people was coming in. I was that DJ when I was playing music. People coming in, people just looking at me like, we going upstairs. Upstairs was where everybody wanted to be at. You know what I mean? But it was funny. Like one night, you know what I mean? I was killing it. You know what I mean? The whole crowd was downstairs, and they wasn't even upstairs for real. That's when the owner was like, we got to bring them upstairs for real. But I around that time for real.
Yeah, because I know I've gone to events and you always be like, just DJ. Man, dude. I mean, I feel like DJs, y'all gotta read the room. Yeah, you know what I mean? And if nobody is up, then you kind of change that's what you do. You just look to see how everybody moving, basically. That's how I play. I just read the crowd, to see how they moving, and I just go for that for real.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to the preference, right? Do you like the R&B, like to do like an R&B kind of
I ain't gonna, it's all the above for me. Like I ain't gonna lie, cause I really don't like. I mean, of course I listen to rap, but house music is my favorite genre of music.
Really?
Yeah, house music. So it's like, it really don't even matter. If it's an R&B type of event, I do it. I really don't have a preference on that for real. Because I feel like house music, a lot of people don't have house music, like strictly house music parties for real out here. So
that's something you should start. That would be dope.
You know what? I should.
I want to use things. Yeah, you should start that.
I should.
Because I know I asked about the preference because, some people love the trap music and some love the R&B, type of thing.
I don't have a preference at all. I just love music in general, you know what I mean? I listen to all types of music. As long as it's good music, you know what I mean?
Right.
That's all it is.
All right, so this is funny. This is a question I wanted to ask too. Okay. I love asking DJs this question. When you're at an event, right? Give us the do's and don'ts of what people should and shouldn't do. For instance, coming up to you saying, "Hey, can you change that song?"
Yeah, I would say that's the major don't. Like, don't keep approaching the DJ. You know what I'm saying? Like what you want to hear and all that. Like, I ain't gonna lie, that probably annoys me the most for real. I mean, I be cordial with people like, "Oh, that's what you hear." All right, bet.
Right.
But it do be annoying sometimes when people just keep constantly coming up like, "Yo, I said I wanted," you know what I mean? I said I wanted to hear, such and such. So like, but. Yeah, other than that, it do be getting annoying sometimes.
Right, when people just come say, because I'm that person.
You say that.
Hey, can you turn this off, please?
Do you constantly keep going up there, or you tell them one time?
Yeah, but a lot of people, I've had a teacher say, don't do that. Right. That is not the type of vibe.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so what I want to know, like, do you have songs that to go-to songs, basically? What's your beginning song? And what's the last song that you play? So the first and last song of each event. I'm gonna more so say like a club or party type of event.
When I start my events, I like to start off with something like something just chills, like Neo, I say Neo champagne like.
Okay, that's a good one. Okay, kind of get.
Yeah, just this little chill vibe, something like that. Now last song, it depends. You know what I mean? It depends if they turned up or like if
Right.
Yeah, if you want to leave them turned up or you want to leave them, just walking out. But I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. People probably get on my behind about this because people play it to death. But I say, Tevin, can we talk?
Okay, can we talk? Okay, so that's more of an R&B. You know what I thought you were going to say? I thought you were going to say Dreams and Nightmares.
Oh, no. It all depends how you trying to make them leave.
It does not matter what event I go to. That is always the last song.
Yeah, it depends. Like I said, it depends how you trying to leave. If you trying to leave them turned up like that, then I say Dreams.
You say that's the last.
Dreams and Nightmares.
So after that, after you play that song, everybody turned up.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Okay. Do you have like a song that you absolutely like hate playing? Or artists that you don't really...
What's a song I hate playing? That's a good question. I ain't gonna lie, I can't think. It is a particular song I hate, though. I can't think of it off the head right now. I don't know why. It's definitely a song, though. It's definitely a song I'm trying to think of right now. That it's like everybody love it. I just can't stand it.
Right. I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely a couple songs.
Yeah, I can't even think. It's a song I literally just played though. Like the other night, I was just like, yo, I cannot stand this song.
Right.
I can't think of it off the head. I can't.
Right. So would you say that how can I put this? We talked about new music, right? Before the interview. So, do you care for, the music that is out now as far as like, did you like it versus back in the day? I'm sorry, like the early 2000s music or?
Yeah, I say it depends on who it is for real. I say it depends on who it is. A lot of these new rappers don't be really talking about. Right. I guess you gotta be talking about something for me to really vibe with you, you know what I mean? I mean, don't get me wrong, I might hear a song, you know what I mean, that he might not be talking about nothing at all, but, I like the beat, you know what I mean, his energy, you know what I mean, because I'm an energy type of guy. Like, if you got a lot of energy on the record, then I'm like, oh, I bet, you know what I mean? But,
do you play a lot of local artists?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, for sure. Gotta rep the city, you know what I mean? So, yeah, and I just love that I can just get away with that these days, because when I first started, we couldn't, you know what I mean?
You couldn't play
Well, I wouldn't say we couldn't. It was like, people didn't want that. Like, you know what I mean? They was like, nah, we want to hear Boosie, Jeezy.
Right.
Because, they was hot around that time, you know what I mean? We ain't really have, like, nobody hot around that time when I first came out, you know what I mean? But we had Boss Man and, like, Test, and people like that, but, it ain't really hit like how, when Scooter, dropped Bird Flu. It ain't really hit like that.
Right, yeah, because that definitely is also another song at most events. If you're here, that they're gonna definitely play. All right, so let's get more into with your personal life. DJ Lil Jetta versus the father. Tell us a little bit about how you balance all of that.
I just like I always say, my father. I always like to put my father out there because you know what I mean. He just he definitely just put me in a different limelight, you know what I mean? Since I was a kid, he's just always just been behind me,
Right.
I just look up to him. When I very first seen him help people, because he helped a lot of people. So like when I seen him do that, I was just like, yeah, I want to be that guy right there. You know what I mean?
So you're a father as well, right? So how do you balance that? Do you take your son with you, to some events and? I'm take him to the, like the kiddie discos and something like that. But you know what I mean. I rarely take him out to an event. But if I got like something I can take him to, I definitely take him to. Yeah. Do you want him to be a DJ as well? You want him to follow in your footsteps?
I'm in the middle with it for real. It's like I do, then I don't. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm in the middle with it for real. I mean, of course, I would want him to follow my footsteps, but if that's what he want to do, I let him do that. But I'm in the middle with it for real right now.
Okay. Give us some pros and cons of being a DJ. Because I know it's fast paced and you're constantly booked and moving. So give us some pros and cons.
I would just say like you just gotta stay on the move when you're doing stuff like this. You know what I mean? Because it'll pass you by. You know what I mean? Like you just gotta stay like constantly moving and whatnot, and just just stay on the grind, always promoting your business and whatnot. And then yeah, you just always gotta stay on the grind. But just,
Right.
just gotta stay on the move
Yeah.
and just always promoting your business.
Would you like mentor, or have you ever mentored like any the younger
Um,
people
I
who
wouldn't say I
possibly?
mentor them for real. I mean, I had like a few young DJs, that hit
Mhm.
me up and be like, hey, I'm just starting out. Can you give me some advice or something like that? I give them
Right.
advice and whatnot. But other than that, I ain't really like mentor a DJ or nothing like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, I can't not that I know of for real. I
Mhm.
mean, DJ OK, shout out to DJ OK. I say DJ OK for real. He a little young DJ that's coming up for real. That I kind of got him under my wing for real. Whenever he need me, what I mean, I just make sure I'm there for him for real. He be renting out most of my stuff for real. So I say DJ OK for real. DJ OK
Okay.
is somebody
Yeah.
I mentor somewhat here and there for real.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. So, as far as DJing, do you do the MC thing too?
It's something I'm getting used to.
It's something you
Yeah,
get
it's
used
something like,
to.
yeah,
So
because it's a little saying out there that go around. Everybody be like, "Don't be like DJ Kenny K," because Kenny K, he's a great DJ, but he does not talk on the mic at all. Like, you know what I mean? Like, never. And he been in the game for like 20 plus years, never talk on the mic. So you know what I mean?
I mean, I thought that some DJs have like
Right.
MC with them sometimes. Or,
Yeah, sometimes, but I ain't gonna lie, I rarely, because like I said, I'm trying, that's something I'm trying to get used to, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to be like one of those DJs that don't talk on the mic, so,
Right.
you know what I mean? I'm definitely trying to get used to it.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
because I know one, even with hosting stuff,
But,
I'm awful at, because I will say
Yeah.
A to the 10th power, and it just doesn't
Yeah.
matter. So it's
it's just,
something.
I'm not used to hearing myself on the mic, that's what it is with me, for real. Like, I'm trying to, like, find my voice, that's what it is.
When you started out, you were just playing the music,
Yeah,
and you weren't
yeah.
really.
I never really talked on the mic like that. Like I
Okay.
said, I'm something I'm getting used to now, for real. Yeah.
Okay. And as far as like businesses, when you're not DJing, tell us about other things that you have going on.
What's crazy? I got my own sound company. But other than that, I'm just like, it's like I'm all into this music. DJing just seems like that's the only thing I really know right
Your
now.
own sound company?
Yeah, I have my own sound company, but other than that, it seems like that's the only thing I really focused on is DJing. I don't really have no other businesses. You know what I'm saying? Maybe later on. You know what I'm saying? But right
Plug
now,
your sound company. Let us
Yeah,
know what that is, the name
oh,
of it.
Jetta Productions. You know what I'm saying? It's just me and my father. It's a family business. It's just something we started from the ground up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Jetta Productions.
Yeah.
So I can really say, you know what I mean? It's a family business. That's all.
Yeah, okay. So, any events or, things that you have coming up, or how do you see yourself, within the next, let's say 5 to 10 years, evolving within the DJ world?
I ain't gonna lie, I see myself, it's like I'm stuck between being engineer. I ain't gonna lie, and then another thing I want to do, which is like something low key for real, but it's like I'm like trying to put it out there in the universe. I want to direct movies too as well.
Okay.
So you know what I mean, that's something I want to do for real as well. So I see myself doing that.
That's super dope.
And a producer. You know what I mean? I see myself producing music for real.
Okay, so
Something like that.
we know what to look forward to. DJ Jetta, DJ Lil Jetta. He will be he will be DJing, producing, and a director.
Yep,
Okay. All right, well, we thank you for coming. We're very excited and to have you here.
Appreciate y'all for having me.
Yep, and that wraps up this episode of Unplugged.
Yep.
Next, we're going to get into a little performance by DJ Lil Jetta.
Yep.
We're going to see how you spin, right?
Yep, let's
All
get
right,
it.
let's
Let's get it.
go.